I'm not scrolling. We're all very much aware that social media has caused us to become more obsessed with what we look like. Well, number one, because we're constantly comparing ourselves to a curated reality, photoshopped images, perfected angles, lighting that smooths the skin, like snooze fest. We all know that. I think the internet also makes us obsessed with what we look like because we have this sort of innate desire to fit in and be on social media. And beyond that, not only do we want to fit in by being on social media, but we also want to fit in by having a certain social media presence. We want to look a certain way and appear a certain way on social media for obvious reasons. Again, snooze fest. We already all know this. We want to seem cool. We want to seem like our lives are awesome because that attracts people to us and we want people to be attracted to us, right? But the interesting thing about our desire to be present on social media is that it causes us to take photos of ourselves and take videos of ourselves more than ever in history, to the point where now we see ourselves in photos and videos. I would argue an unhealthy amount. Like for me, it's one thing because it's my job, but the average person, they have sort of this parasite of like seeing themselves more than they need to sort of fit in. Do you see what I'm saying? If we were to go back 100 years, people never saw themselves except for maybe in the mirror every once in a while, living life just through our own eyes. Does that make sense? Our reality was the people around us and the things that we were experiencing, not ourselves. And there's something about that that's so freeing. And also, photos are usually less flattering than looking in the mirror because when we look in the mirror, we're moving, like our imaginations are. I've heard that our brains like edit the way that we look in the mirror to make us look better, but it's inevitable. Like we definitely look better in the mirror than we do in photos because photos are a split second. I don't know. You're two-dimensional. You get what I'm saying. People were less obsessed with their appearance before we were taking photos of ourselves all the time. Do you know what I mean? And obviously social media impacts our sense of reality, thus impacting our priorities. When we're chronically online, our reality shifts from what we're experiencing in the real world to what's happening online, which is usually not good for us. Like, let me give you some examples, okay? Online, looking good is more important than treating others with kindness, okay? You post a video of you being kind, you're gonna get 1 like. You post a video of you looking really hot and pushing somebody out of the way, 200 likes. Whereas in real life, treating others with kindness is 1000% more important than looking good. It doesn't matter if you look good in person. If you're an asshole, everyone's going to hate you. Another example, online, looking good is more important than spending time with loved ones. You post a sweet picture with your grandma, 1 like. You post a really hot photo where you perfectly face-tuned your waist a little bit tinier and your booty a little bit wider and the skin a little bit smoother, and wow, you've never looked better. 2,000 likes, okay? 2,000. Hanging out with grandma doesn't matter on the internet unless you have a famous grandma. What's more important is looking good. It's harsh what I'm saying, but it's true. My point is, if you're chronically online, there's very few things that are more important than looking good. Because on the internet, looking good is rewarded. Posting hot photos can actually help you build a career. I notice significantly more positive engagement when I look good. I'm showered with love. It's fascinating to me. And it doesn't impact what I post. Like sometimes I post something where I look really glamorous and other times I don't, but I definitely notice it. And I think at this point, we all notice it. I think it's also gotten progressively worse as of recently because there's so much content on the internet now focused on how to look better. I'm not on TikTok, so I'm not running into this content as much on my own, but I'm hearing about it because even on YouTube, like there's so many people making video essays and stuff about how to look better. There's so much content about cosmetic procedures, what celebrities have gotten done, or story times about people getting cosmetic procedures themselves, or talking about how they ordered like hyaluronic filler online and they're injecting it into their own lips. And if not that, it's content about how to mimic the effects of cosmetic procedures more naturally. Like taping your face to make your face like to help with wrinkles. It's like natural Botox, or jaw exercise mechanism that you can chew down on for like 10 minutes a day and it'll make your jawline sharper. There's also a lot of extreme skincare content on the internet, like the whole sort of morning shed. This trend is like, I mean, you all probably know what it is, but in case there's one of you who doesn't, the morning shed trend apparently was this trend where people would put on face tape, hydrating eye patches, and then they'd put on like a collagen mask, and then they'd put on like a jaw strap that's supposed to like make your jawline sharper, and then they'd put on like a lip mask that's supposed to make your lips more plump. And they'd put all these things on their face before they go to sleep so that they'd wake up looking good or whatever. I've noticed an obsession with anti-aging products, young people who are like, I need to start using like an anti-wrinkle cream. Like, so I'm going to start it this week. Like, like young people who don't need to be using anti-aging products are like doing a little get ready with me and showing their wrinkle cream. And it's like, what the fuck's going on?